Go for it.
Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is that coming through? Is that coming through at all?
Yeah.
Testing. I'm just going to take the next one. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Does that sound alright? Testing, testing. 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hey, how you going? Testing, testing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Gepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, the top corner, Anderson in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God, that's another one for my protect.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Good evening and welcome to this RAA NPLSA round 20 clash between Adelaide Olympic and Para Hills here at the Apex Football Stadium, home of Adelaide Olympic. In the comms this evening you have myself, Mark Talbot, and I will be doing it on my own, and we'll see how we go with that. We will run through the lineups for each team as we wait for them to get onto the pitch. Starting for your Adelaide Olympic side tonight, number 17, Trumlington, number 16, Benvenuto, number 4, Muhaha Wanimana, number 2, Adesida, number 22, Overall, number 20, Toriani, number 15, Polly, and captain of the club, number 8, Habonimana, number 6, Pasio John, and number 14, Kabini, and number 44, Matia. On the bench for Adelaide Olympic, number 1, Groff, 3, Velanov, 5, Damasi, 7, Kamara, number 10, Kikianis, and number 11, Mien. As we hear the music, getting ready for the walkout. We will run through the Para Hills lineup. Number 99, Delingas in goal. Number 16, Cairo Felix. Number 14, Arad Hassan. Number 6, Muhitara. Number 17, Masari. Number 10, Santos de Oliveira. Number 19, Hassani. Number 8, Kurkumana. Number 11, Muradi. Number 23, Conant. And number 15, Smith. On the bench for Para Hills, number 12, Stresta, number 22, Canberra, number 1, Robinson, number 4, Ulaj, number 7, Simopolis, and number 9, Abu Hussein. As we say, the Para Hills bench make their way across the pitch as we wait for the two teams to enter the playing field. We will go through just a quick on this game here. Very important game for both sides tonight. As we see the two teams enter the field of players, I was saying it's a very important game for both sides tonight, with Para Hills sitting currently 10th on 22 points and Adelaide Olympic in 11th on 18 points. And with that, if as we see the handshakes before the game. And now that we've been through the lineups, our referee today, none other than Curtis Wordsworth, and our two assistant referees, Thomas Temby and Liam Tuvey. And as I say, it's a very big game tonight for both clubs. If Para Hills get the win tonight, that will save them from the relegation battle. They will then be clear of 11th spot with only 2 games remaining. Whereas if Olympic get the win, they move 1 point behind Para Hills and also 1 point behind Raiders, who lost earlier today against Campbelltown 1-0. And I will give you score updates throughout the night, as there are still a few games being played at the moment. At the moment there is the Adelaide Comets, Adelaide United game at 2-2 at half time. Adelaide City 2-0 over Croydon and Beer Grader 1-1 with Modbury Jets at the moment. And earlier today, Campbelltown beat Raiders 1-0 and Panthers lost 3-1 to North East Metro Stars in the Premier League. And in the State League 1, Adelaide Vipers beat Victory 3-1. Adelaide Blue Eagles beat Western Strikers 7-1. West Adelaide 1-0 over Fulham. Sturt 2-1 over Salisbury, and Cumberland 1-0 over Adelaide Cobras. As Curtis is just about to get the game underway. And Para Hills will be kicking off this game. And kicking to the left of your screens. Felix having to chase there, but getting the ball back under control. And Para Hills just starting off with the ball, just keeping it. Happy to play around, pressure there from Passia John. Goes wide, looking for Polly on the overlap. He gets his cross in nice and early, and it's cleared for a very early corner there from Muhutara. So Olympic putting the early pressure on, hoping to get an early goal. It looks like Polly will take it on the far side. It's swung in, cleared there by Para Hills, only as far as another corner. And that clearance there from what looked like Muradi. Polly again with the second corner. Looks at the near post, and there's a header there from who was that? A Decida at the near post. And does take a deflection out for another corner. So Olympic again with the early pressure. And as the trying to get a ball for the corner, they just not quite sure how he's managed to do that, but he's managed to kick it over the back fence. Polly with another corner. 3 in succession for Olympic here. This time it goes to Central. Gets a head on it for Olympic and cleared by Para Hills. Back in, but only as far as De Oliveira. He goes wide to Lasana Smith. Smith happy to keep the ball, holds up. Gets past a few Olympic players, but Olympic quick to track back and keep the ball. Here's Mattia. Para Hills pick it up again through De Oliveira. Here's Conant up against Overall. Looks to get in the box and well defended there from Overall, but still ball in play. Here's De Oliveira. Cleared by Olympic. Bonimana goes wide to Polly. Polly looks for the switch, but blocked there by Hassani. Here's John, middle of the park. Out battled there by 2 Para Hills players, and Conant comes away with it. Waiting for help, ducks inside. Still got it. Eventually Olympic clear it up. And eventually Adesida happy to see that out. Passia John collects, he looks for Bonamana, but Para Hills with the pressure there. Handball there, picked up by Curtis. Switch to Cairo Felix. He gets past Mattia, but he's fights back, gets back behind the ball. And John collects for Olympic. Muhatara looking wide for Conan and finds him up against Mattia. Goes back to Felix. Felix looks to cross and does so, but eventually cleared by Olympic. Picked up by De Oliveira. Goes inside to Muradi. He finds Masawi, but cleaned a very clean tackle there from, I think, Toriani. And here goes Bonamana, who's brought down from behind, and it's an early booking there for De Santos Oliveira. Santos de Oliveira needs to be careful now. That's very early in this game. Only 5 minutes in. He's in the book. As we just wait for Bonamana to see if he can continue. The subs have gone down to warm up, but it'll be a very early substitution if he's forced into it. Christy Vangeli certainly won't be wanting that at this stage. As I said, this game is a very important game. He'll want all his players fully fit for this, because a loss here, if Para Hills does come away with the win, like I said, it does keep them mathematically safe from going back down to SL1 in 2025, and the battle then is between Olympic and Raiders. So Olympic really do need to get 3 points tonight here at Apex. It's cold and a little bit windy night.
Second phase. Harry, second phase. Harry, second phase.
And Bonamana's back up. Hopefully he's able to run that knock off, which was the ankle. Polly on the ball. Drifts it in. Unfortunately, no one on the end of it for Olympic, and it just sails over the goal line there for a goal kick. Delegas no option here to go short, so he will be going long. Free kick there for Olympic. Overall, he looks for the switch, looking for Polly on the far post. Polly finds himself inside Smith there, but unable to bring it under control. It does look like Olympic are playing more of a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2, with overall Adesida and Muhaha Wenimana playing as a central three. Polly outside that, and Matija, playing almost as a right wing back. Delegas goes long. John wins the header for Olympic. Bonimana battle there. Kirkwamana comes away with it. Does very well. And Para Hills played themselves out of trouble and look to go forward. Cut out there by Olympic. John seems to be everywhere at the moment for Olympic. He's winning the ball in those areas. Another free kick there for Olympic. Here's overall. Muscled out of it there by two Para Hills players. And free kick given away there by Olympic. Hassan picks up short from De Oliveira, who gets it back. He looks long and doesn't find anyone there but Olympic. Matija, unfortunately, he gives it away to De Oliveira. And so Smith inside the box, can't get it under a spell. Muhaha Wanimana comes away with it, looking for John, who does end up with the ball. Doesn't have many options. Does find Kabidi, who finds Habonimana, now Toriani. Out wide to Matija, he's got time. Crosses, looking for the far post, and cleared there by Maradi with his head. But very dangerous ball in there. Two Olympic players at the far post. And Para Hills eventually deal with it. But another corner for Olympic. In it comes. It's a header from Olympic, but it doesn't go goal bound. Put back in by Olympic, far post. Big punch there from Delingus, only as far as Polly. Polly, another cross in. There's a flick on, and just over the bar from John at the near post. But good pressure there from Olympic. They've just got to make it count, get the early goal. Powers go short, then long to Smith, brings it under control. Hustled there, and Olympic win the throw. Good work on the far side there from John. Again, he's certainly pressuring those Para Hills players into some cheap errors. Just wait for the ball to come back into play. A quick update around the grounds. Adelaide City are now gone 3-0 up over Croydon, and Croydon have had a man sent off. That's the 57th minute. John turns, tries to get the cross in and blocked for Para Hills, and it goes out for a throw-in on the far side. Long throw flick, eventually out for a goal kick. De Oliveira picks it up short. He looks to switch the play to Cairo Felix, who brings it down. Unfortunately can't bring it under control enough to keep it in play. And Olympic have the ball back. Here's Toriani, back to overall. Kirkwamana comes away with it, tries to play in Musawi, but cleared there from Adesida. John collects it, Almost a great ball there from Polly, but cut out by Muradi. He goes wide to Smith. Goes inside, gets a 1-2, but can't get it back again. Musawi just a little over eager with that ball. Olympic again with the throw on the far side. Goes long to John. De Oliveira comes away with it for Para Hills. Olympic possession changing hands quite quickly. Here's Hassan. He goes inside to Conant. Keeps the ball moving, and here's De Oliveira. Kabidi managed to keep the ball in. Looking for options. Goes back to Overall. Overall all the way back to Tramonton. I think that might be Gianni's first touch for the night. He goes out wide to Muhaha Wanimana. Olympic will quite happily keep the ball and look to build. Here's Toriani. Overall goes long looking for Polly, but cut out there from Muradi. Here's Benvenuto for Olympic. Gets his foot on it. Overall looks inside and finds Habonimana. Kirklemina muscles them out. Here's Musawi with the ball down the line for Conant. Conant onto it. Looking to take on Overall. Gets round him. Keeps the ball. Felix for Para Hills. Goes all the way back to Hassan and happy to keep the ball. Under a bit of pressure there from Olympic. Olympic do well. Eventually the ball goes out for a throw to Para Hills. De Oliveira picks it up, looks to switch it. He goes to Muhitara. He goes wide to Muradi. He gives it away. Benvenuto cuts it out. And then gets fouled in the process of protecting the ball. Olympic win the free kick. At the moment, both sides just still trying to get themselves into the game. Very messy at the moment. Both teams handing over possession quite quickly. But there is a lot riding on this game, so nerves could be playing a part. Here's Toriani. He goes long. Not sure who he's looking for then. Probably John by the looks of it, but goes through to Delingus, and he's happy to take his time. Hassan for Para Hills goes long, looking for Conant in behind, and finds him. Musawi inside, beats the first one but unable to beat the second, and Olympic eventually clear. Here's Kabidi, gets away from Conant, beats De Oliveira as well, continues down the line. He's got Kirklemina for company now, goes inside, finds Toriani, goes all the way through to Benvenuto in the end. Benvenuto finds John. John tries to go wide, but Smith cuts it out. Olympic now looking, Para Hills now looking to transition quickly. Smith goes inside, but it's cut out. And Benvenuto picks it up. He goes to Matija. He leaves it and goes wide to Kabidi. Goes round two Para Hills players. He's met by Felix. He gets past him as well. Cut back. Great cut back. A save there from Delingus. Great effort there from Habonimana. Benvenuto picks it up for Olympic. Tries to recycle. Then keep the ball, go all the way back to Overall. He switches it. Duck back in, but Kirklemina gets a... No, sorry, that was Muhitara gets a foot on it, but the assistant referee's flagged for offside. And Para Hills will slow this down just a little bit. Just a quick update there. Adelaide City have now taken a 4 0 lead over 10-man Croydon. Now played there. Here's Benvenuto, goes wide to Muhaha Wenimana. He looks for John, and Maradi manages to get the ball through to his goalkeeper in Dellingas. Dellingas goes long. Conant gets a piece of it, but Toriani picks it up for Olympic, settles it down. He goes back to his back line, and he's Adelaide with it to Liam overall. Comes wide to Matija. Manages to get past Conant in the end, does well, finds Benvenuto. He drives forward. Here's Toriani for Olympic. Olympic goes long, looking for Habonamana. Bounces over him, he gets in front of his defender and hits it. And Felix able to block and puts it out for a throw in. Olympic just starting to get their foot on the ball a little bit more, trying to actually play the ball, keep the ball, build up through the back, and then get Toriani onto the ball and play into Habonamana and Kabidi. But a good effort there from Habonamana, and well defended in the end by Felix. And here's the throw for Olympic overall down in the corner. Looks for the long throw. There's a flick, and Parahoos get their head on it. Kabidi brings it down. Another cross by overall, but that one out for a goal kick.
Second phase, 1-0,
Dellingas goes long, doesn't quite hit it as well as he would have liked, but Conant keeps it in. And Masawi tries to track it down and overall wins the throw. Gets the front spot and wins the ball, looking for options, tries to find Conant inside, but Olympic come away with it. Here's Benvenuto for Olympic. Toriani back to Benvenuto. Overall goes inside looking for John, can't quite get there, and Hassan cuts it out. Parahoos back on the ball looking to keep it. Felix goes long looking for Musawi and cleared by Olympic, but only falls as far as Smith. Olympic win it back. Again, neither team able to keep hold of the ball for any length of time. Habonamana comes away with it. And Habonamana wins a free kick from Hassan. Polly, as expected, comes across with his left foot. And we'll look for the tall timber in Toriani and probably Adesida that have stepped up. He's gone far post. And it's got a touch there from Muhutaro. Very important touch from Muhutaro, and sees it out for a corner. Another corner for Olympic. They really need to make one of these count if they had to assert their dominance in these areas. Polly heads across and takes this one. He goes far post. Cleared by Para Hills, only as far as Toriani. He's able to get it back in, but cleared again. Conant gets another flick. But Para Hills come away with it. Conant on the far side. Well tracked there from Benvenuto. He's got away from him. He crosses it into Para Hills. And shoots from Hosseini, and it's just gone wide. Tramonton was stretching for that. He's managed to see that go wide. Good play there from Para Hills. Very fast transition, which is what we expect from them with the likes of Conant and Smith. And Tramonton, like I said, happy to see that one go wide. Just quick around the grounds, we see Adelaide Comets have taken a 3-2 lead over Adelaide United, and FK Beergrad have taken a 2-1 lead over Modbury Jets. So if they can keep that result, big result there for FK Beergrad. Not good for Modbury, who were sitting top before Metro's game today. With Metro's win against South 3-1, they jumped Modbury because Modbury had the later kick-off time. So Bonamana does well to keep the ball. Refs, Curtis has played advantage there. Good refereeing there. He's allowed the advantage. Goes back to Adesida. Toriani. He goes wide to Matija, who was at Eastern United till the transfer window. And Para Hills have released Smith on the far side. He's turned back in, rather decided to keep the ball all the way back to Muhitara, who finds De Oliveira. Neither side coming into this game in the greatest of form. Para Hills in the last 5 have drawn 3 and lost 2 in their last 5 games. 2 draws of late in round 19 against Raiders, and a draw against Metro in round 18. While Olympic have not fared much better. They have got 1 win in their 5. They beat Croydon 4-1 in round 18. They lost to Metro last week, but they lost RB Mollis to a red card early on, or 50th minute or so. They also drew with Adelaide United in round 17 and 2 losses there against Campbelltown and Modbury in round 16 and 17. FK Beergrad now taking a 3-1 lead over Modbury. The ball comes in, cleared by Hassan. John muscles his way into the front position and keeps the ball. And eventually Para Hills and Kirk Kamana come away with it. Finds Masawi on the far side. Smith ahead of him. If he can find him, looks to go long. Finds Hosseini, who can't bring it under control, and Tramonton pounces on that off his line very quickly there to remove any threat. Overall goes long, only as far as Hassan, who gets it back from De Oliveira. Comes wide here, right under me here. It's with Felix. Happy to keep the ball, goes back to Hassan. Para Hills will look to being told to try and keep the ball and be patient from their bench. That's right below me here from the commentary box. Here's Muhitara. Finds Hosseini. Keeps it, but manages to get it wide to Smith, and Toriani felt that one as that tackle came in. Masawi finds Hosseini again. He finds Masawi, but assistant referees flagged that for offside, and Para Hills will be happy to see the flag go up with that type of finish. As Toriani made the tackle, but come off second best with Hosseini. Just right under my nose here, I see De Oliveira just having a chat with the physio. He's got a bit of an issue with his right shoulder, so he's just seeing what he can do. It's certainly restricting his movement at the moment, so I have to just keep an eye on that. As Toriani makes his way back onto his feet. Olympic will go along with this free kick. Flicked on by Smith, cleared by Muhitara. When I say flicked on, it wasn't a good thing for Para Hills in the end, as it needed to go the other way. Here's Olympic back on the ball. Adelaide to Overall. Comes wide to Matija. Conant blocks, keeps the ball in, finds De Oliveira. He looks for Smith through the middle. Ball over the top. Tramerton right out on the edge of his box. Collects easily, but you can see what De Oliveira was trying to do there. Great run there from Smith straight through the middle. Is Muhaha Wenimana. Happy to keep the ball, goes back to Adesida. Toriani looking for Polly on the far side and finds him inside the box. Polly on his left, can't quite get it under control, but does keep it in play. Beats Smith, still with the ball. Eventually comes back to Benvenuto. Doesn't cross, he does now. Gets a ball in, cleared by Hassan, only as far as Matija. He gets it back in to John. John hits turn. Unlucky there. He's gone over the bar. He's managed to turn inside the box. Can't keep his shot down, and Dellinger's happy to see that one go over the crossbar. Good play there from Olympic to keep the ball and find some space as we approach the half-hour mark in this first half. Neither keepers had to make a save yet. Both clubs having trouble finding any clear-cut chances. Dallingus goes long. Curtis just giving the free kick there for the arm in the back from Toriani. Having a good bit of a laugh with the Para Hills coaching staff there as he was walking the other way. De Oliveira looks to switch and does so, looking for Muradi. Collision there with John, but falls the way of Olympic. Benvenuto finds John again. He goes over the top looking for Kabidi, but Dellingus is out. Does enough. Very lucky, then clears and finds Conant. Olympic very unlucky there. Dellingus jumped, managed to collect with his feet in the end and keep hold of the ball. Does very well. De Oliveira turns out and finds Muradi on that far side. In turn, he finds Smith wider. He looks to come inside and does. Finds Musawi. An Olympic cut out. The flick round the corner. In turn, Olympic down the line. John, Passi John, another mid-year transfer. This time coming from Adelaide Victory. Here's Toriani. Keeps the ball. Overall on this near side, looking for his options. Cuts inside, goes to Benvenuto, goes in turn out to Toriani. And Toriani wins a free kick from Smith. A bit of an awkward position for Olympic here. It's pretty central, but probably too far out for an attempt at goal. Gonna have to try and conjure something up. Either go wide. Dallingus has lined up a three-man wall. And it does look like Toriani's looking to actually hit this. He does have the wind probably in his favour. He does have a shot straight into the wall. Ball does its job. Overall, picks up the rebound. He looks to cross, but goes high and wide over the goal. And out for another Para Hills goal kick. Felix finds Musawi, but he can't hold on to it. Toriani comes away with it. Switches it, looking for Polly. Unfortunately, the ball fades in favour of Dellingus, who releases early and finds Maradi. He comes inside, finds De Oliveira, who's met by Toriani. Does well just to avoid a big collision there. De Oliveira goes wide, finds Maradi, who keeps it and goes back to Muhutara. Goes long, looking for Smith in behind, but cleared by Polly. Eventually De Oliveira wins it, and Toriani wins that header. And here's Conant. De Oliveira into the box. Held up by Olympic very well there. Here's Hosseini. He crosses, goes far post looking for Smith. Falls to him. Eventually John comes away with it very well. And he looks to release Habonimana. Unfortunately can't. But John follows his own pass up. He's done very well. Comes away with it and wins the free kick. But Curtis has actually pulled it back for one before that. I'm very impressed with the way John's played this evening. He's put himself about, got himself into some good areas, willing to work. He's done very well. Here's Muhaha Wenimana for Olympic. Goes back to Adesida. Wenimana doesn't have many options there, and eventually manages to win a throw. So a bit fortunate there for him to come away with that. Here's John. Gets past Maradi, but can't get past the three Power Hills defenders that were there. Here's Kirkumana. Finds De Oliveira. In turn finds Hosseini, but overall cuts that one out. Does well, comes away with it. John on the ball again. Finds Polly wide, but leaves it a bit short. Maradi comes away with it. Again, all a little bit scrappy at the moment. And Hosseini wins the free kick. Gets the ball rolling quickly. As we approach the 37th minute. Neither team have really managed to make either goalkeeper work. Here's De Oliveira looking wide, but cut out there by Olympic. Here's Smith. Goes inside to Conant. Conant hits it. Makes Trumpton make the first save of the night. Does well, palms it away. Matija goes long looking for Kabidi, but he can't get there. And Hassan for Power Hills comes away with it. Here's Felix on the left-hand side. Goes inside looking for Sani, but gives it away. And Olympic go all the way back to Tramonton. So good save there from Tramonton. Got his hands warm with it, but a good hit from Conant. Put it on target, forced the save. Kabidi wins the flick, but only as far as Hassan. He finds Karakumana. To Felix, who does get lucky there. Goes forward, he finds Conant wide. Conant can't get the ball across. And it's eventually cleared, but only as far as Felix, who Curtis finds a handball there. And Curtis just, for a previous challenge, has just booked Bonimana. Tramonton goes long, looking for Kabidi. Goes all the way through to Haboniman, and Hassan eventually gets his head on that and clears it. Just a quick round the grounds in the RA and NPLSA. Adelaide Comets 4-2 of Adelaide United Youth. Adelaide City 40 over Croydon, with Croydon down to 10 men. And FK Beograd 3-1 up over Modbury. And they've all only got a few minutes remaining, which has a big impact on the table in the NPL. At the top of the table with Metro's win today, Modbury losing at the moment if it stays that way. Here's Polly. Does well, keeps the ball, goes wide. Tries to find the cross, can't find it and loses out with the throw in as well. Here's Bonamana for Olympic. Doesn't have a lot of support over there. And eventually gives away the free kick. And the results in the State League 1 today, Adelaide Vipers 3-1 victors over Adelaide Victory, who are already relegated. Western Strikers lost to Adelaide Blue Eagles 7-1, which I think confirms their relegation back to State League 2. So their stay in State League 1 was only for the one season, and they'll look to rebuild. West Adelaide 1-0 over Fulham. Sturt Line 2-1 over Salisbury United, and Cumberland 1-0 over Adelaide Cobras today. And down in State League 2, I have some results there as well. Mount Barker 2-1 winners over Gawler Eagles. Pontian Eagles 4-1 over Noarlunga. Adelaide University 3-0 over Port Adelaide. Cove 2-0 over Adelaide Hawks. And Northern Demons 4-1 over Modbury Vista. So some big wins there today in State League 2.
This way! Fucking this way!
Karakumana finds some space. He finds Cairo Felix out on this left-hand side. Takes the touch, goes round Matija, cuts inside the box, goes one to his left, looks to cut it. Toriani there to defend and blocks it well. As I was saying, Metro now have actually gone 2 points in front of Modbury, top of the table. If the results stay as they are. Conant. Masawi with a flick but doesn't come off. Karakumana picks it up and finds Hassan all the way back for Para Hills, who are happy to keep the ball at the back. Weighing up his options. He finds Conant, but cut out there by Matija, only as far as De Oliveira. Here's Muradi. Foul there from Benvenuto. With Adelaide United currently losing and FK Beograd winning, it will swap them over into in the table as well and put FK Beograd into 6th spot. And here's Masawi, long way out, and he's going to hit this one. He does, only as far as his own player gets it back. Matija kicks it into his own player. Smith almost gets away with it. There's a goalmouth scramble. No one knows where it is, and eventually Curtis has given a free kick in the way of Olympic. But goalmouth scramble there. It all came about from a under-hit shot from Masawi, who was blocked by his own teammate Conant, but eventually they've worked it back in the box. And Olympic, the ball did end up in the back of the net for Para Hills, but Curtis had already called for a free kick he found in that goalmouth scramble. Here's Benvenuto for Olympic. He goes wide to Matija. He goes to Kabidi. Faced with 2 Para Hills players, now 4 Para Hills players. Does well to almost get the cross in, and blocked there by Hassan. Matija putting pressure on Karakumana. Finds Felix, who looks just to clear, and overall gets his head on it. Knocks it out for a throw in to Para Hills. And in State League 2. Pontian Eagles still 2 points clear of Adelaide Unis. Both of them won today, and Cove 3 points behind Pontians. So it's getting very tight. None of those three teams can afford a slip up if they want to look at taking those top spots. With Mount Barker's win today, I think that's their highest, will guarantee their highest finish in State League 2. Toriani looks for Polly on the far side. He can't bring it under a spell, but does keep it in play. Goes back to Benvenuto. As we approach the 45th minute, Benvenuto goes wide to Matija. He goes outside, Connor looks to cross. No, it keeps it. He beat him once, he's beat him again. Eventually knocks the ball out. And he's given a free kick. The assistant referee on this near side has given a free kick. Not quite sure what it was for. That's the best outcome that he could have got, because he did knock it out for a goal kick. So only time added here at Apex. So a very dangerous time for Olympic to score if they can. See if they can make one of these corners, or in this case this free kick, which is almost a corner, make it count. Polly comes all the way across, so going to be an in-swinger. So we wait for a bit of a, see what's happening in the box, a bit of a push and a shove. Back on their feet, here we go, Polly. Goes near post, and it goes all the way through and in. Polly scores directly from the free kick, and Olympic take a valuable 1-0 lead right before half time, and only time added of this half. As I was saying, Olympic needed to make one of these count, and the first opportunity Polly's had to whip that in swinger, and he's done so with devastating effect there as Dellen gets beat at his near post. And Olympic take a very important 1-0 lead. Just see how much longer this half has left as Para Hills kick us back off. Smith, he goes wide to Maradi. Olympic will just happy to see that one out. Polly knocks it out for a throw in. Ball's in quickly. Cleared there by Benvenuto. Out for a Para Hills corner there first. It allows them the opportunity to send up their tall timber. Up come Muhitara. Hassan. Felix looks to swing this one in as an in-swinger. He goes short to Connor, top of the box. He swings it in far post, cleared there from Adesida. Only as far as Kukumana back in. And Husseini offside. And Tramonton will certainly take his time with this free kick. As they are now just waiting for Curtis to blow that half-time whistle. Goes long, as expected at this time of the half. Only as far as Smith, who's knocks it out for a throw-in. Another throw in there for Olympic, just a little bit further down this time, and as we see, Polly will quite happily take his time. And there is the half-time whistle from Curtis as Olympic take a very valuable 1-0 lead into this crunch game for them, and lead 1-0 at half-time. I'm going to try and warm up for the 15-minute break, so please don't go anywhere and come back in 15 minutes and enjoy the second half of this crunch clash between Para Hills and Adelaide Olympic here at Apex Sports Centre.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Welcome all to the Summit Sports and Recreation Centre for the round 2 all to Campbelltown. They lost 2-0 at home to Modbury last weekend, so that put a little stutter in their course for the last couple of games of this season. But a big game like this away from home.
And they'll go up to 6. They'll leapfrog Beargrad and Croydon, who are both at 25 points.
We're underway here. That's Jovanovic and Ayubi leading the line for Adelaide United. Of course, you've got a couple of other ins this week. Johnny Yule tackling with the eye now. And it'll be Stanisic to come away with it. Another poor giveaway that time to Gutierrez. What a great save from Ethan Cox there.
Fantastic save, but what a strike from Gutierrez as well. The ball just broke him. Just
time in that wing, and they're still battling it out. And still stays in as well. Crawford might get a second opportunity. He's gone past him. Finds Jovanovic into the box. Left-footed strike. Luka Jovanovic. 7 goals for the season now. And that's why he's the leading marksman for our Adelaide United.
That was a great strike to the far post, wasn't it? Curled in with a great angle of it, didn't we? Curled it into this to that far post and beyond the reach of Oxenham, and that is a hell of a reach that he's got too. So to beat him there, fantastic shot.
They always go short from corners, so now it's Yule, edge of the box. We've seen him crack it from here.
Oh.
It looks like it might have got a deflection out for another corner, but he was looking for another screamer there, Johnny Yule. Here's Crawford with an excellent ball to Garuccio. He's found his way in behind. A rock's almost there.
Oh.
Just past the post from Garuccio, though.
Little stab with the left foot. It was a toe poke, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that got away from him there, and obviously he's just had the little bit of extra speed to get on the end of it. And both teams have been playing to the conditions quite well. Now it's Leal, edge of the box. His first strike and goal. The left-footed strike that Cox has claimed, who's near. Goes far post for Dorban now. Oh. Great save, though, from Cox. He stayed on side as well. I'm sure the Adelaide United backline were wondering how he got away from them all. And top scorer at this venue for visiting teams. In the NPL at least. But he's obviously scored here on two occasions. And these days, Garuccio's now crowded out by Adelaide City numbers. But he's done enough pressure to win it again. It's Luka Jovanovic going one way, then the other. Enough time to shoot. He hasn't. And the referee's pointing to the penalty spot.
Creepers, I don't think that. I'm surprised at that. Look, all respect to the ref. He's made the decision. He's not going to change his mind, but...
Almost a save there from Dakota Oxenham, but it's found its way into the top left corner. It's 2-0, and that's 2 for Luka.
Yeah, Oxenham a bit upset with himself. He did get a hand to it. Good goalkeeping, and he's a big guy. He'd be hard to beat from anywhere, I think, but Oxenham a bit unlucky. Got a hand to it, but not quite enough to push it out to the side. And
for Adelaide United now. He's got Garucho coming with the overlap. He's going to float it into the near post, far post. It goes to Yaya Dakuli with a tap in on his left foot. And as we just mentioned, Luki Ivanovic loves this venue. No one loves him more than Yaya Dakuli. 3 goals in 3 years, David.
Wow. Oh, what a celebration. Look, I think that might just be it for Adelaide City. I think they've really struggled to try and be clinical up front, and now they find themselves 3-0 down. And
Booker now sets to deliver in a dangerous spot. What a save from Ethan Cox. As well on the broadcast as well, they did mention. Oh, sorry, there's Luki Ivanovic has nipped that one in. Looking to find somebody, or he's going to go for a hat-trick. He might. Luki Ivanovic! There it is. 3 for the man, 3 for the number 9, and that's back-to-back hat-tricks for Luki Ivanovic.
Fine finish, and Adelaide City backed off again. I mean, this is what they were doing. This is what I was talking about before. They sort of backed off and they let him come through, and I thought he was going to play it across the face of goal, and maybe City did as well, but in the end he's had a shot that's beaten Oxenham from a fairly tight angle, but yeah, they just backed off and gave him the freedom of...
Barker, it's not too rural compared to a couple of other games that play in rural venues, but it's only about 25-30 minutes from the city, and anything east side as well. So another big game here at Mount Barker. Adelaide United that finished 4-0 win over Adelaide City, with a highlight being, I'm sure you can't take the man of the match away now from Luki Ivanovic.
The Matildas are on fire, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough.
Welcome to Kilburn Sportsplex. For Football SA's broadcast, they're led out by tonight's referee, Mark Padros, and the assistant referees are Noah Dempsey and Mark Dempsey. Both teams are in their... just waiting on the whistle, and there it is, and we are away. Early touches for the back line, and maybe get an early shot away, a chance for City. West Adelaide trying to clear. It's come out to Atkins. Just wide. Good start for City. Is this a chance for Burns to get onto the ball? Abby Burns comes into the shot. She can take a shot. Burns, excellent save. It comes to Blackett. It's a goal. It's a goal for Nicole Blackett. And who better to score the opening goal in the WNPL at Kilburn? In the minds of all of West players. But they're under pressure now from Dorber. Dorber might equalise. She's done really, really well. That's a tremendous goal by Chelsea Dorber. Pete is ahead of her. Gray wants to get it into Guajardo. It's a good ball. Pete! It's just wide. Macaulay wants to get it up onto the attacking left. And that's where Guajardo is, who's swapped with Seaton. Guajardo! Coming out to Burnett. And Gray tries the shot. No problem there for Leon. Johns is overlapping. Macri decides to go forward and get it to Burnett. Burnett! Good save, Lucas. Good move by West, though. But Noto, her ball's only found Guajardo here. Guajardo will go the shot. Noto, oh, she had to dive in the end. Now Pete and McFarlane are there. Takes on Burnett. It's a good ball through. Dorber goes the shot. Saved by Noto. Here's Hodgson for West. Gets a good cross in. And it might come out to Mitchell. But it's blasted wide. It's back with Hodgson. Mitchell gets it in board. That's a nice ball. Blackett. Nicole Blackett. Oh, yes! It's a classic Blackett goal, and she gets her second, and West are back in front. Macri's onside here. And Mullen is bursting in the middle. It's the first time ball. Mullen! Great move, West. Abby back in board. But, oh, it's come through to Pete. The flag stays down. Noah Pete! Straight to Noto. Johns. That ball, Blackett is there. Nicole Blackett, is this the hat trick? Blackett! Saved! Costanzo puts it back in board, away by Gilchrist, but now it's with DeCola, who's onside. DeCola, that's a really good cross. Macri puts away by Lucas, but still the ball's still pinballing in the area. And now it's a shot from Mullen! Mallory Mullen makes it 3-1. DeCola tries to get it inboard. Burnett, that's a good touch. Mullen! Saved. It's going to be another West corner. And City on the march again. There's the ball for Hodgson. Hodgson is onside. Emily Hodgson, will she go the shot? She squares it. It must be a goal, and it is. And that's another really good ball from Johns to Blackett. Blackett, Macri sprinting in, so's Mullen. Still Blackett. Gets the cross. No, she goes for goal and gets her hat-trick. Nicole Blackett makes it 5-1. Guajardo looking for a late consolation. Guajardo goes the shot. It's a great shot. It's a great goal by Valeria Guajardo. Remaining. McCauley with the clearance. And that is the final whistle. A fantastic win for West Adelaide here at Kilburn. A great way to mark this historic occasion for the home side.
As here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
Sinclair up the double. There's the gunfoot. Australia head over heels about these superstars.
Good evening and welcome back to Apex Sports Centre here for the Adelaide Olympic Para Hills Clash. Round 20 NPLSA. Proudly brought to you by RAA. 1-0 here in favour of Adelaide Olympic as Para Hills have made their way out. It doesn't look like there's been any changes to either side at this stage, but Para Hills coach there will be hoping for a change in fortune for Para Hills in this second half. So we look to get underway. Curtis Wordsworth about to blow the whistle for the second half, and he does, and off we go. Benvenuto goes long, looking for Bonamana, who looked to have rolled his ankle there. He's a little unsure. It's not a good start to this second half for him. As the ball is knocked out of play, and it will allow Bonamana to get some treatment. And he's starting the second half as he did the first half, with the trainer this time even sooner than the 4 minutes of the first half. And just a quick round the grounds: FK Beograd beat Modbury Jets 3-1, Adelaide City beat Croydon 4-0, and Adelaide Comets beat Adelaide United 4-2. So that does confirm Metro will finish round 20 on top of the table by 2 points in the RA NPLSA. Olympic will send some players out to warm up, but he seems to be okay at the present moment. But he certainly did go over on that ankle. But as Parahills keep the ball, and goes back to De Oliveira. He looks to switch, doesn't hit it quite right. Headed away by Adesina, but only as far as Felix, who manages to, unfortunately, doesn't manage to keep it in. And it goes out for an Olympic goal kick, first one for the half. And for those of you watching at home, it is getting colder out here, that's for sure. While you guys are sitting in your comfy warm house, just to let you know, it is currently 6 degrees down this way, I think. Let's just check that. Oh, it's actually 9, which is good, but feels like 6. So as I discussed this with David Grunt a few weeks ago, why isn't it just 6 degrees if it feels like 6 degrees? But anyway, that's a whole nother story, and that's why I'm not a weatherman. Toriani out to overall. He looks to cross and does so. Cleared by Muhutara. Further cleared there out to Conant, who can't get hold of it. Kirk Romano with the header. Toriani keeps it. Managed to do well, but Parahills end up coming away with it, and they go all the way back to Hassan. Inside to Kirk Romano. Under pressure and gives it away. Here's John. He switches it out to Polly. Defended well there from Smith and Muradi. Come away with it for Hosseini. He gives it straight back to Olympics overall, and Matija goes wide. And cleared by Felix for Parahills. Bonamana is moving relatively well after the early scare. Here's Toriani. Gives it away. Parahills gives it away again. John inside. He tries to find Benvenuto, doesn't. And Benvenuto gives away the free kick, and he gets away with it there. I thought he might get booked, but doesn't. Smith pokes it through, but happy to see it all the way back to Traminson, who goes long because he was unable to pick it up. And Muradi looks to go long, but gets blocked. Eventually goes out for a throw into Parahills. Muradi on this near side. He finds Musawi. In turn, De Oliveira, who finds Hosseini. Finds Conant. Conant gets through a couple, goes wide to Felix. Felix hits it first time, and into the roof of the net, and there it is. Levelled 1-1. Felix with the left foot drive into the roof of the net. and brings it back to 1 apiece very early in this second half, only 5 minutes in. So yeah, I'll be very happy with the way Para Hills have started this second half. Olympic will get us back underway in this second half with the scores at 1 apiece. Wanimana goes long but cut out by Muradi, but only as far as Toriani, who jinks his way through 3, finds Polly. Here's Benvenuto under pressure and wins the free kick from Hussaini. Here's Toriani on the ball. Looks into the box. Goes far post, but cleared by Para Hills, only as far as Matija, but he's tackled and Conant comes away with it. Matija does well to track Conant, gets back goal side, forces him back. Here's Felix. Here's Kirk Romana, back to Felix. Here's Olympic, gain control again. John, Benvenuto, Toriani. Goes all the way back to Tramonton. He goes long, gets a bit of height on it. Matija's going to compete with Felix on that one. And there's Hussaini. Hussaini comes away with it. Only as far as Smith. Smith dummies it for Muradi. Muradi cuts in on his left, looks to hit, does so, straight at Tramonton. Gianni Tramonton happily takes that one in the bread basket. And overall's gone down for Olympic. Doesn't need the trainer. Tramonton goes long. Kirkmana wins that one. Liam Overall wins the next one. Only as far as Conant. Conant cuts inside onto his right. Runs out of room. Eventually finds Smith. Smith looks back inside to Conant, who finds a bit of space. Finds Kirkmana. Kirkmana wide. Here's Masawi. He cuts inside. And blocked there by Matija and Toriani. And eventually Overall is able to clear, but only as far as the grandstand and out for a throw in. I think that one's maybe cleared into the new housing estate over the back. As Para Hills coach there, Theo gets a touch. Nice little touch to Muradi. Kirkomana goes all the way back to Muhutara. He goes to Muradi. Inside to Diego Oliveira. He goes down the line to Smith. Smith keeps it in, cuts it back. There's Olympic only though. He overall clears. De Oliveira picks it up. Looks for options. Goes back to Muradi, who draws a foul from John. In a dangerous position here because this will allow Para Hills to get a ball into the box. Felix will come across with his left and Masawi over the ball. The tall timber. Some of the tall timber from Para Hills has gone forward. Hassan has stayed back. Masawi looks to go far post, cleared by Olympic. Overall with the next clearance. Smith picks it up for Para Hills. He keeps it. Kabidi nips in and gets a boot on it and eventually wins the throw. Olympic have done well there.
Behind the ball, numbers.
A throw in on the far side to Adelaide Olympic. Kabidi with the Habonimana with the flick. Para Hills come away with it. Only as far as the throw in though, Habonimana's going to take this throw. He goes to Toriani, who can't control it. And Masawi uses his pace to get past Oval, looking to beat Adesida, but can't beat both. And Tramonton goes long with the clearance. And a throw in there for Para Hills. Para Hills certainly have started this second half the stronger of the two sides. And that equaliser really helped them apply pressure and make Olympic work. Here's Musawi, he fouls Matija, gives away the free kick. Olympic need to settle and play themselves back into this game at the moment, because they are, like I said, Olympic Para Hills probably got the slightly in front at the moment. Even though the scores are level at 1 each. Tramonton, he looks to go long and does. And only Para Hills there to win that one. And he goes, Sani goes wide to Muradi. Good tackle there between Muradi and John. And as Muradi's on the form, brings it back in. It's a free kick to Olympic. Terrain goes wide to Polly. Polly crosses, looking at the far post. There's Kabidi with the head, and he's just put it wide. That's gone just wide of the far post there. Dellingus was in all sorts of trouble there. Didn't want to come or go for that, and in the end, he's happy to see that go past the post from Kabidi. But great ball in there from Polly, and I think for Olympic, if they can continue getting Polly on the ball and getting him into some dangerous positions for deliveries, they'll get some joy out of that, as he already scored one. I think that's their way through for this second half. Dellingus goes long. John does well, finds Matija on the right hand side. He looks to go forward and does. Finds Habonimana, who looks to go wide, and unfortunately for Habonimana and Kabidi, they're not on the same page. The ball goes out for a goal kick. And Dellingus will go long. One there by Para Hills, only as far as Adesida, and there's a push there on Kurikomana, who wins the free kick. De Oliveira will take this. He goes short to Felix and keeps the ball moving. Hassan at the back for Para Hills. He then comes out to Muradi, who goes line, so down line looking for Hosseini, who can't then knock it forward, and it's an interesting clearance there from Adesida. Puts it into a dangerous position. Here's Conant on the ball, the edge of the box. Can't get any space to shoot. Eventually, Olympic come away with it. Cleared there. Only as far as Hassan. Kurikomana gets Polly onto the ball. Polly knocks it forward, but Habonimana can't get on the end of it. Here's Polly again, picks it up. Smith comes out of nowhere. Polly does well to keep hold of it. And eventually does very well to win the free kick from Muradi. Toriani will look to take the free kick, as Olympic may look to make a change. I think it's going to be next out, or next break in play, and it looks like they're going to be bringing on T-Boy Kamara. And it looks like they're going to take off Habonimana, but he was going to make his way off, but he's going to stay on for this free kick. Polly delivers. Flick on at the far post, and it's just gone wide there from Habonimana of all people. But the flick there from Muha Wanimana. I think that was, yeah, it is Habonimana making way. And he had a great chance there to score just before he made way. And it's now brought T-Boy Kamara on. That's pushed, now pushed Passia John into that striker role. And I'll be hoping for some brilliance from Kamara as he wins that flick. Just the wrong way. Parahill's free throw in. Maradi runs into trouble and Olympic win the throw. Parahills win that header and eventually come away with it through Hussaini. Finds Conant in a little bit of space. Ooh. He gets past Toriani, but I didn't see the foul there, but Curtis certainly did, and it's a dangerous position now for Parahills. Toriani has to be careful. He did get booked in that first half, I believe. Well, maybe he didn't, no. Maybe he didn't get booked in that first half. But dangerous position now for Parahills. Olympic have a three-man wall. Tremonton just lining them up now. There's, looks like Masawi and Muhitara over the ball. So it definitely looks to be shooting. I would say it's going to be Masawi. He lines this up and hits it. And it's blocked by Olympic, only as far as Muhitara, who then hits it. There was a flick on from Smith and a great save from Tremonton there. Tremonton going one way, Smith with the little flick there, sending it the other way, and Tremonton down low to his left with a fantastic save, keeping Olympic in the game. Pushes it out for a corner. We are seeing a little bit more goalmouth action now, as both teams do need to take 3 points. Goes along the ground. Here's Kirk Kormana, cleared by Olympic, only as far as Muhitara, who volleys it wide and out for a goal kick. But Olympics, Parahills certainly the better side in this second half at the moment. We've gone approaching 63 minutes. Tremonton looks to go long. Kabidi wins the flick. John tries to get there, but Hassan cuts it out. Kirk Kumana can't get through the middle. Does eventually. And Matija brings him down for a free kick. And Benvenuto gets booked there for delaying play, which was bound to happen at some stage. They're just waiting for the ball to be positioned correctly. Diogo goes left, cleared by Olympic. And Conant goes wide to Hussaini. He's able to get in the box and cut it back, and eventually can't win the corner, but Matija clears, does well in the end. Kamara with the flick, only as far as Kirk Komana. Back to Hassan, who goes long. The ball stays in play. Tremonton does keep it in, and he'll take it back into his box instead of letting it go out for a goal kick. And he will bring it forward as far as he can. Goes long. John for the flick, gets it. Unfortunately, the Olympic players have all gone the other way. And here's Musawi. Cut out by Kamara. Benvenuto knocks it back over, but only as far as Musawi and De Oliveira picks it up. Battle there between Benvenuto and De Oliveira. Here's Toriani, surrounded by Para Hills players, and Musawi comes away with it. And he wins the free kick there from Benvenuto. Benvenuto apologises very quickly to the referee because he's just been booked, so he's got to be very careful. He doesn't pick up a second. De Oliveira goes wide to Felix out on that far side. He looks to cross and does. Finds Smith, knocks it back to Musawi, who can't find the space to shoot, and then just draws a foul. But gives away a free kick there to Toriani. And Drummondson, he sends everyone forward. And he'll go long. Looking for Kamara, who wins the flick. Goes straight up. Who'll win the second? Kabidi wins the second. Polly being to it by Smith, but only as far as Benvenuto, who then knocks it out for a throw in. And as I said, this 1-1 scoreline will certainly favour Para Hills more than it does Olympic at this stage. Flick on there from Para Hills. Musawi looks for Smith. Eventually, Olympic cut it out. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. And overall, clearly thought that was out off a Para Hills player and concedes the throw. But yeah, this result certainly favours Para Hills and Raiders for that fact, if it stays like this. As Olympic do need a couple of wins in the last three to stay up. And De Oliveira hits that with his left, and it's all the way the other side, and eventually goes out for a goal kick. But as I was saying, yes, it does mean Olympic will still be 4 points behind Para Hills and 3 points behind Raiders, with Raiders losing, and if things stay as they are. And it looks like Musawi's gone down. Trainer's on, and I think they'll be looking to make that change now and take him off. As Strezda is going to come on. And yeah, it looks like Musawi is going to make way. We'll just see if that means any changes to personnel formation wise, or if it's just a straight swap.
You ready, boys?
It does look straight swap there. Trumpton goes long with his goal kick, looking for Matija. Won by Conant. And then Adesida gets the final header out for a throw-in. Game certainly levelled off a little bit, I think, in the last few minutes. Here's De Oliveira. He looks to switch and does so, but he's asking a lot of Muradi, who does well to keep it in. He looks to cross and does so, looking far post for Hussaini, who gets his head to it. Goal bound, but Tramonton easily takes that. And overall, it looks like overall's down after that header. He's back up on his feet and walked that one off. And they're taking off Benvenuto here, Olympic. So the change is Benvenuto off in that holding role. And coming on is Mien, who looks like to be probably play slightly higher. So it looks to be a bit of an attacking change there for Olympic. So once I work out what they've done, I'll confirm that. But it does look like he is going up top. And John's moved out to the left-hand side. So it looks like they're playing with a Kabidi and Mien through the middle, and John's gone out to the left-hand side. Kamara's tucked a little bit more. He's gone back into the midfield alongside Toriani. Here is John on the far side, a touch inside. Eventually finds Kabidi, who lines up on his left and blocked early from the Para Hills defender, and Dellingus happily takes that and dives on it as we are inside 20 minutes of this game to go. And again, Para Hills will be happy with this 1-1 result at the present moment, as it does keep them 4 points clear of Olympic and a point clear of Raiders. Kamara dispossesses Smith, and if he's on his way, looks to find Kabidi, can't. Polly picks up, and then eventually Muradi gets in there and eventually gives it away to Olympic throw. Polly looks for Mien, goes over him, finds Kabidi inside the box. He gets to the line, but he's surrounded by Para Hills players and loses it. Here's Strezda. De Oliveira finds Strezda again. Kamara wins it, gives it back. De Oliveira finds Conant on the far side. Conant tracked quickly by Matija and all the way back to Tramonton from Toriani. He goes long. Awkward bounce over Felix. John flicks it over the top. Here's Mien. Cleared there by Muhitara. Does very well there. Toriani picks the ball up from the throw. Finds Muhaha Wanimana. He goes back inside to Adesida. Toriani to Overall. Overall looks for the long switch, can't find it. Muradi cuts that out. Smith, De Oliveira back to Smith. Pounced on quickly by Muhaha Wanimana. And eventually Kamara wins it but gives it back to Smith. And Smith gives that away to Overall, who then finds Kabidi. Kabidi able to turn. He goes inside to Toriani. Toriani goes further wide to Matija. Matija crosses back to Toriani at the top of the box. Left foot. Blocked by Hassan. Cleared. Overall goes wide against Matija. Overall goes inside. He finds Kabidi, who keeps the ball. He then goes wide to Muhaha Wanimana. He goes back inside. Olympic keep the ball well. He looks to switch and does, and finds Matija on the far side. Here's Toriani back inside. He's forced back. Eventually finds Muhaha Wanimana on this near side. He goes inside to Kamara. Kamara keeps the ball, goes to Overall, but found out there by Hosseini. Ball still in play. Here's Strezda. Ref plays advantage and then eventually cleared. And Overall is going to pick up the yellow card there for the challenge. And Para Hills look to be making another substitution. I'll keep you posted on that substitution, but down at the moment for Para Hills is Husseini, who's just stretching, who can stay on the park after receiving treatment due to the fact that the player overall did receive a yellow card for the challenge. And that change is going to happen. Simopoulos coming on for Smith, who makes his way over the back of the byline. And it is a like-for-like switch. As we do go into the last 15 minutes of this game here at Apex Sports Centre for round 20 of the RA NPLSA. Conant, the ball gets cut out. Overall looks to clear, but only sends it high. Eventually Olympic come away with it. Here's Kabidi. Tries to find Polly and cut out by Maradi. He goes back. Here's De Oliveira. Here's Simopoulos with his first touch. He looks to cross. He does. Cleared by Overall. Kamara with the flick. And Kabidi does well there. He does well. Here's Kabidi. Goes all the way back to Muhaha Wanimana. He looks forward and finds Main, the substitute, who's a bit heavy on that touch. And Kabidi can't bring that under control. Maradi. De Oliveira looks for the switch. And Matija does well. Sends that back to his goalkeeper in Tramonton, who looks to go long. He will do it off the ground this time, and does. Looking for Main up top. Hassan wins the header. Kamara comes through and collects. Finds John. John goes wide to Matija. He looks to cross and does so. Dallingas comes out with a fist and gets it. Polly, only as far as Polly, who wins the header. Ball's bouncing and then cleared by Simopoulos. Does well. Muhaha Wanimana brings that down well. Keeps it in. He does so. He finds Kabidi, who's able to turn. Runs into Kurut Kumana, who comes away with it, but then blocked by Toriani. And Hassan looks long, almost finds Conan. Overall ends up winning it and wins the free kick. Toriani, he goes long and wide, looking for Polly on this near side. Maradi wins the head, but only as far as Kamara. Kamara manages to find Mean inside and then finds Polly. Polly with the cross. Great ball in, great save there from Dallingas. Mean with the opportunity, and Dallingas gets across, and what a save that is. Pushes it onto the bar, and Power Hills now come away with it. Felix down that left-hand side, crosses, and blocked there by Adelaide, only as far as Conant. Conant into the box. Turns, only finds Kamara, and cleared by Tramonton in the end. But what an effort from Olympic there, and what a save from Dallingas, who keeps his team in this at one apiece. But as I said earlier, for Olympic, they need to continue getting that ball to Polly in those dangerous areas, because Polly will create something, and he did there. And Mean just did everything right, put it on target, but Dallingas getting across beautifully and making the save. Adesida finds Toriani. Kamara loses out to Kirkumana. De Oliveira put on the ball, finds a pass, he finds Simopoulos, who's wide. Maradi overlaps, finds him. Oh, a little bit not quite on the same page there. Maradi stopped his run and then had to continue, and eventually the ball goes out for a goal kick. That looks to be Kirkumana going down, and I'm not sure. Not sure if he's cramping or if it's more to it, but he does now have to come off because the trainer was called on. So Curtis did call the trainer on, but he now has to wait. Can't go on just yet. Kabidi with the flick. Here's Main. Cut out by Muhutara. And gives it away. Inside to John. John looks to cut back. Can't find Kabidi, but Kabidi looks to get there. And Conant for Para Hills comes away with it. Only as far as Toriani. He finds Kabidi, who hits it. Great effort from Kabidi. And there it is. It's gone in from Polly. Polly following up on the rebound and scores. And that makes it 2-1 with 10 minutes to go for Olympic. What a goal that is for Olympic in their season. Kabidi with the first initial shot and a good save from Delingus. And then unable to clear as Muradi, and Polly comes through and gets on the end of the rebound and pushes it home. And you'd have to say it's probably been coming the last couple of minutes, but before that, it's certainly against the run of play. Para Hills have certainly been started off this half the better. And we saw what that goal means as we see the coaching staff run down to that corner to celebrate. And Muradi's in trouble here. He certainly took a knock in that trying to clear it. So we are looking at changes here for Para Hills. Some confusion here just regarding Para Hills substitutions as they are looking to bring on Abu Hussein, but it may depend on who comes off now, because Husseini was looking to come off, but with this injury to Muradi, they've got to just wait and see what happens. But what a time to score for Olympic. They now have 8 minutes plus time added to hold out, claim all 3 points, and if they do, that will put them 1 point behind Raiders, 1 point behind Para Hills, with 2 games to go. As I said, this game is a massive game for Olympic today, as a loss for Olympic will mean that they will have to only fight against Raiders for that final spot, whereas at this present moment, with this scoreline as it is, Para Hills and Raiders are looking over their shoulder. It looks like Muradi will continue, so we'll have to just keep an eye on what they plan on doing, because they've only got one substitution window left here for Para Hills. So they're going to make 2 changes. They're going to make their double substitution. So Muradi is coming off along with Husseini. And Abu Hussein is coming on. And Kambura is coming on. He's going to come on this right-hand side. Simopoulos is now dropped back to right back from Muradi. So it'll be interesting to see if that means any major changes in formation, whether they just go out and out strikers now. The way they're lining up, looks like they're playing 5 up top, but we'll see what happens. Here's Dresda. He goes to Simopoulos. So it looks like Abu Hussein has gone up top. Dresda's dropped back a little bit, just a little bit into the hole behind, just in front of him. Here's Olympic Mean looking to get Kabidi in, cleared eventually by Para Hills, but only as far as Kamara. There's a free kick given away there. Delingus won't wait around long for this one. He'll look to go long. Oh, no, he goes short. Here's Muhutara. Simopoulos picks it up. He looks to go forward. He looks far post. He's looking for Abu Hussein. Cleared by Overall. Only as far as De Oliveira, who gets his pocket picked by Kabidi. Ball's in the box, and Overall there again just to clear and put that ball out for a throw in. Here's Felix. A good challenge there between the 2, and Con comes away with an overall again there to thump that clear, as Olympic will look to just push up a little bit. Here's De Oliveira. Can't get away from John. Does so eventually. Finds Kurkumana. Does well. Finds Felix on the far side. Felix looking to go over the top to Stresta, who is able to bring it under control. And Liam overall then clears into the housing estate. And it is cleared out for a corner. As we approach the last 4 minutes plus time added for Para Hills to get an equaliser. It looks like Strasser on that far side, and it is certainly a corner. Para Hills sending their tall timber. Felix on the ball to take this, and Hassan and Muhitara into the box. Goes far post. Cleared by overall, but the wrong way, but fortunately fell to Tramonton, who's able to get on that. And Tramonton will certainly take his time and take as much time as he can now with every possession that he has. And as you can hear, Para Hills coaching staff counting the seconds every time the goalkeeper gets the ball. Here's Kabidi. Gives it away. Here's Abu Hussein. Cleared by Muhaha Wanimana. Simopoulos with a throw. Finds De Oliveira. Kabidi puts him under pressure. Mean can't win it there, and eventually Kabidi does, and Mean comes away with it. Here's Olympic going into the box. Can he finish? Onto his left. He hits it. Blocked by Hassan. Very good block there from Hassan. Olympic can't make that count, but Para Hills will now run that risk of getting caught out with having to chase the game with only 3 minutes plus time added. James Polly goes forward to take this corner. Olympic still sending a tall timber forward. Still looking for another goal. Polly delivers near post. It falls in the box. Para Hills eventually cleared only as far as that. And there it is. Toriani. No, offside. The assistant referee is called offside on the far side. And Toriani there does get a booking for his remonstration. But the ball did fall kindly for him. And it looks like Curtis is going to come over and book Christy Vangeli as well. He's arguing with him on the offside. As this will add some time after, as Christy Vangeli gets booked there. But Para Hills very lucky there to get away with that. I don't have replays, so I will look back at that over the coming days and just see what happened there. But the score remains 2-1. As things certainly heat up here at the Apex Sports Centre. Dellingus goes long. Flicked on by Abu Hussein. Overall with the clearance. Polly miss kicks that one and then volleys forward. Here's Main, he picks it up. Does well, but goes back to Muhitara in the end. Kurkumana and Simopoulos with the ball. He looks to go long, but only cut out by Muhaha Wanimana, and Kurkumana picks it up. Kurkumana goes forward looking for options, and it's cut out. And Kabidi just happily knocks that long and forces Para Hills back. Here's Hassan. He goes long looking for Stresda, but cut out again by Overall. And John gives away the free kick on the far side. As we approach the 90-minute mark, we're now approaching time added. There will be a few minutes of time added. There'll be at least 3 minutes for all the substitutions. De Oliveira needs to be careful there, going after that ball. Here is De Oliveira on the ball now. As I said, there will be at least 3 minutes of time added, plus injuries and things like that, so we could be looking at about 5 more minutes here. Here's Simopoulos, gets the cross in, cleared by Adelaide out for a corner. As things certainly heat up. Not the weather, but the game, because the weather is freezing at the moment. But the game is certainly sparked with Olympics scoring that second goal. Felix with the corner. Here goes far post. Tramonton comes and collects strongly and big. As you can see what that means to the Olympic players is Adesina congratulates Tramonton on that take. That was an excellent take there. And again, he will take as much time as he can here. He goes long. Only as far as De Oliveira. He finds his header, goes out wide to Kambura. Goes inside to De Oliveira. Polly with the clearance. John gets it back to Kamara. Kamara able to run with it. Finds John again. John turns. He goes long, shoots. Looks to beat Dellingus, and it just goes over the bar from about 45, 50 yards out. As Kamara is down injured. But cheeky effort there from John. He saw Dellingus off his line and thought he'd go for it. Kamara back up on his feet. Dellingus with the goal kick. Goes short. Finds Simopoulos. Simopoulos goes around Kabidi. Goes across to Hassan. Hassan on the far side. Goes forward. Finds Abu Hussein. Winimana into his back and gives away the free kick. Kirk Romana gets a play underway quickly. Hassan. Toriani wins the ball. Kamara finds Kabidi, or tries to, but Simopoulos able to cut that out. Here's Kambura. Goes back to Simopoulos. And that's a free kick there, and Kabidi will get booked. Booked there for the pullback. Here's Kambura. Goes inside to De Oliveira. De Oliveira looks to shoot and does. Hits it. Sails over the bar. As Tramonton happily sees that one over. As we've now played 2.5 of time added. So there can't be too much more. Must be at least another. I said there'll be 3 minutes at least in total, if not 5. And there's Tramonton getting booked for time wasting. Taken just a little too far that time. As he looks to go long and will. He now needs to be careful. Can't waste too much more time. He goes long. Kabidi looks for the win, but Mean comes down with it. Stresta surrounded by Olympic players, and Kamara just happy to get a boot on it anywhere. John chases down Felix. Been a good battle, those two. And eventually, the whistle's been blown, and John's won the free kick off Felix. There's a bit of afters there with Kamara and Toriani playing the peacemaker, just making sure he doesn't get involved. As we close in on 3.5 minutes, Toriani will be over this free kick, and I'm sure he'll take as much time as he can. He does need to be careful. He has already been booked, so next out, Olympic look to make another change. Ball goes long, looking for Mean. He doesn't quite win the head, but the ball goes all the way through to Dellingus. He goes wide to Felix with a throw. Felix opens his stride, but John's there to tackle and does so by winning the ball, and the ball goes out for a throw. And Olympic now look to make their change. And it looks to be Damasi coming on. And it looks like Kabidi's making way. And Kabidi going to make way. Certainly time wasting happening here as the assistant referee makes. And I did hear that
There is 8 minutes of time added in total. So Damasi will go on, and I dare say he'll go on at the back somewhere, just to shore up the back line or in the midfield, just so that there's as many Olympic players in that midfield and defence as possible. We've gone through 5 minutes of time added. Still at least another 3 to go, depending on how much more Curtis wants to add on. But I did hear from the assistant referee that there is 8 in total, plus whatever else he finds in these 8 minutes of time added. Here's Simopoulos. He goes wide to Canberra. Here's a slip by Hassan, but Kurkumana is there to fix that one. And here's Canberra again. He goes back to Hassan. Looks to go forward and does. Goes long. And here's Tramonton, comes out and takes a big take there over the top of Stresta. He's certainly got to be careful that he doesn't take too much time, as we hear the Para Hills coaching staff count again. He goes high and long. Damasi looks for the header, doesn't win it, but Meehan also competes. Para Hills players everywhere. De Oliveira finds Stresta, who runs into Adesida, but Muhatara picks it up. Quick free kick taken. Here's Muhatara. He's wide. He's got to look to cross. Surrounded by Olympic players, and eventually ball goes out for... He's given a free kick. The assistant referee is given a free kick there. So what I thought was a goal kick has now become a free kick for Para Hills, and Felix comes all the way across for it. There can't be too much time left, only a minute and a half remaining. Para Hills have sent their tall timber up. Hassan, Muhatara have all gone forward. Kirk Romana's top of the box. The only one back is Simopoulos. Felix on the ball. 2-man wall for Olympic. He goes far post. Tramonton comes out, looks to take, drops it, ball falls, and eventually cleared by Olympic. And he's given a corner. Good block there from Olympic. Tramonton doesn't quite grab hold of that one. Olympic are complaining for a free kick. Corner's taken quickly. Here's Stresta. He goes back to Felix. Felix crosses. There's 3 players at the back. And the assistant referee's flagged for offside. Abu Hussein in an offside position when that ball come across. Tramonton's certainly going to play for cramp now, but he gets up quickly. He's going to take it from the other side. As I said, this will be a massive 3 points here for Adelaide Olympic if they can hold on for another minute or so. As we know, there were 8 minutes, and we have now just ticked over, or just about to tick over the 8 minutes. Or into the 8th minute. He goes long. Man wins the header. John chases it down. Only as far as Damasi. He can't play it through. Here's Simopoulos. Here's De Oliveira. He goes long, looking for Abu Hussein. He's surrounded by 2 Olympic players. They hold him up. Goes back to Canberra. Canberra gets a cross in. Cleared by Toriani. Cleared again further by Kamara. Simopoulos picks up on his right. Can't shoot. Here's John. John looks to play man in. But Hassan's there to clear, and unfortunately can't keep it in. And now Olympic will now slow it down as much as possible. It looks like Kamara will look to take this throw in. Nope, leaves it for Polly. Polly, who's had an outstanding game for Olympic, leading by example, scoring 2 goals, and what looks to be the 2 winning goals at this stage. Damasi with a good challenge, Hassan with the header away. Here's Canberra for Para Hills. Simopoulos looks to switch and does. Only as far as John. John finds Meehan in some space. Meehan then looks to find Damasi, but cut out by Simopoulos. Simopoulos looks to go long. Miss hits. Sends it very wide, and Muhaha Wanimana is happy to see that out. Collides with Conant. Both players slide into the fence. Need to be very careful there. Like I said, this game has gotten fiery as we're just trying to separate players. I don't have the joy of a replay, but it looked at both of a bit of a shoulder after the board gone out. De Oliveira just having a chat with Curtis about what happened. Curtis just happy to get this game back up and running. Polly will take the throw. As there's still goings on in the middle of the park. Abu Hussein with the header out for a throw in. Another one as we approach the 100-minute mark. Polly finally has a ball. Will take the throw. Can't be too much longer. Curtis takes a look at the watch. There's Mean with the ball, wins it down and wins the throw. Polly will take this throw. We'll look to go long as we are now over that 8 minutes of time added. Here's Damasi in the corner. Does well to win it back, keeps it in, eventually knocks it out for a goal kick. Dellingus will get this ball forward as quick as he possibly can. And he goes short instead, finds Hassan, which surprised me a little bit. Hassan runs the ball. And there it is. Curtis blows for full time here at Apex Sports Centre, with Olympic coming away with the 2-1 win over Para Hills Knights, which draws them 1 point behind Raiders and Para Hills at the foot of the table. With South already relegated, Olympic have drawn Raiders and Para Hills further into this relegation battle for the RAA NPLSA 2024. As we see Olympic very, very pleased with that win. Para Hills not so much. We see Dellingus there not happy at all, but Polly with 2 goals for Olympic to see out 2-1 winners on the night. Thank you for joining me on this cold night. Hope you enjoyed the game. I certainly did. And we will see you back next week for round 21 of the RA NPLSA. And that's all from your commentating team, which was myself tonight, Mark Talbot. Thank you and good night.